Solomon fathered Rehoboam. Rehoboam fathered Abijah. Abijah fathered Asa fathered Jehoshaphat. Genealogies are kind of boring. But yet, here I am reading it again. Hi, I'm Jake, and today I'd like to discuss an interesting topic that I hear is an issue for a lot of people, and that is they find the Bible boring. And because they find the Bible boring, the excuse is they don't read it. So, on the surface, that seems pretty legitimate. You find something boring and you don't want to do it. However, this right here, the Bible, is the Word of God, the living, breathing Word of God. And to me, this isn't just a boring book. This is something that I plug into every single day. I believe every word of it from cover to cover. And I find great encouragement and, honestly, entertainment value out of it as well. I enjoy reading the Bible. And yet, people say that they find it boring. So what is it that is causing me to enjoy the Bible and someone else to, not enjoy the Bible? So I try to put myself in the shoes of someone who is casually going in and reading the Bible. I think, where is a good place to start? Well, I've heard that the Gospels are a great place to start reading the Bible. So I open up Matthew, and immediately I'm greeted with the genealogy of Jesus Christ. So Matthew 1, the historical record of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham fathered Isaac, Isaac fathered Jacob, Jacob fathered... Okay, I get it. That is not the most entertaining block of text that I've ever read. However, if you know who these people are, it seems to be a little more relevant than if I had no clue who it was talking about. Now, we understand most people are going to hear the names, Jesus Christ, David, David and Goliath, King David, Abraham, Abraham, the father of the nation of Israel. Yeah, those names are in there, but then jump down to, verse 4. Aaron fathered Amminadab, Amminadab fathered Nahshon, Nahshon fathered Salmon. These names are kind of the names that take minor places in the Bible, and you don't often hear a whole lot about these guys. So, yes, this genealogy can be boring, but why is it there? And if you don't have a full understanding of why this genealogy is there, then, you're not going to get a whole lot out of it. So this is what I propose. To most people, or a lot of people that say that they want to read the Bible, but they find it boring, I suggest read the Bible. Not just read the Bible, study the Bible. Meditate on the Bible. Find something that you aren't sure about and dig into what's going on. And pretty soon you're going to find yourself learning a few new things. And as you learn things, you want to learn more. Because the Bible is the type of book that the more you're in it, the more you want to be in it. And while that does seem a little cliche, it's true. It's what happened to me. So let's take a look at it. So here is a Bible. It's a reference Bible, so there's a little bit of reference material at the end. But as for the whole Bible, this whole thing is the Old Testament, and most of this right here is the New Testament. As you can see, there's a lot more Old Testament than New Testament. The Old Testament, for most intents and purposes, sets up the coming Messiah. The coming Messiah being Jesus. So if you read the Old Testament in the context of, hey, you know what? This is paving the way for something fantastic that's going to come to earth and basically save everyone, then it's something that you can get excited about. Even books that people find the most boring, like the book of Leviticus, where it's going over laws and gross bodily functions and weird stuff that we don't practice today per se. Leviticus still points to the coming of Jesus and basically what you have to do so that you can, be with God, and you can't do that without Jesus. So the Bible is all about context, and it's not just something that's meant to be read as different books. Now you can do that because each book is going to have, its own themes, its own stories, its own genre. You've got poetry, you've got, epic battle scenes. You've got amazing letters of correction. You've got tons of encouragement. You got lamentations. The Bible is full of tons of different types and styles of writing, and it's just an amazing book. So when someone tells me that they find the Bible boring, I can assume that they're just not reading the whole Bible. So here's my suggestion. And while this may seem a little difficult at first, try it out. It's not going to take that much time. And if I'm wrong, well, then you've not wasted a whole bunch of your time. Download an app like the YouVersion app. The YouVersion app is something that I use to track my Bible reading. It's super convenient, so that way if you don't actually have a physical Bible on you, or you can't take it with you, you can take the app with you pretty much wherever you can take a cell phone. And queue up a couple of different Bible reading plans. And why I want to do a couple Bible reading plans is just it's what I found to be the best way for me personally. But I queue up a 40-day New Testament reading plan. Now, this may be more reading than you can handle, which is fine because there's no penalty for not reading the entire New Testament in 40 days. It just helps you track what you're reading. And start at Matthew 1. Read through the genealogy, and trust me, once you get past the genealogy, there's plenty of interesting stuff that Jesus starts doing right off the bat. And also, queue up something like a year read through the Bible, even if that's the only thing you do. The year read through the Bibles don't require a ton of time, and trust me, once you get all the way from Genesis to Revelation, you feel good about yourself when you see that final amen, and you can, close the book because you know that you've read all the way through the Bible. If it takes you longer than a year, again, there's no penalty, but a lot of people can actually read the Bible in way less than a year because they find it's not that much reading in the first place. And as you go through these different Bible plans, don't just read it to read it, because that gets kind of mundane. Read it and study it. Study things that you really aren't sure about. Look things up. Follow some of the references that you'll find. And then meditate on what you read, either alone or find a friend to, start discussing things with. That's one thing that is very encouraging and keeps you accountable, is go through these plans with a friend. And as you're going through them together, you can discuss things. I mean, even if it's only a few minutes, once or twice a week, you can go over things that you've read, and I find great encouragement and entertainment when I do something like that. Long story short, when I hear someone say that they find reading the Bible boring, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? All they have to do is read the Bible a little more. Read it, study it a tad, and do some meditation on what they've just read. And all of a sudden, the Bible just isn't a book. It's a life-giving, living, breathing Word of God that can change you inside and out and can change the world. So, hopefully you like this video. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I got a lot of cool videos coming up. Lots of interesting stuff. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and God bless.